See, I'm like every other person who thinks it's true that the best year was 1972, because that was the year that I was born and greatness came into the world. But that would just make me another silly little girl. Because in fact, a great year was 1971, when victory was won on pages, not stages, newspaper, in fact, when Mr. Henry decided he would take his words back, realized the only person that was ever going to speak his truth would be him. He'd take his voice, he'd take his print, his money, and put it to good use. In 1971, Westside Gazette was born. In 1971, because his heart was torn, it forced him into action, making him pick up traction, realizing that the only way we would ever have our say if we were behind the papers and what the papers displayed. And can you believe it's been 50 years? 50 years of victory, sometimes 50 years of tears, and they're still here. And they say the family that prays together stays together. I think the family that publishes together learns to weather all types of things that bring them closer together. And they're just not fighting for themselves. They're fighting for community. They're fighting that we would keep our minds. They're fighting for our unity. Even when we don't want to fight for ourselves, they stand up. Even in the middle of COVID, they figure out a new way, a new technology to stand up. So I stand up and I stand on stage to give homage to someone, to something, to some family, to some people who have fought even when we didn't want to fight. Brought the fight to light even when others wanted to hide it under and out of plain sight. They've been doing this for years, before I was even here. So I gotta give homage to those who hold on to our history, give us traction, give us place to stand, and make our future not so much of a mystery as much as it is a research fact that we need to know our history so we don't let them take us back. Deacon Henry, be out there standing all loud and proud in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, and will Holy Most bring it to you if you come to him with some flam sham for his community. I have to applaud it. The way the next generations are following him, I have to applaud it. The way he reaches down into the community, even to my own very family, I have to applaud it. I thank God that you brought him and those who came before him and found it not robbery to continue to do what y'all do every week, even when other people don't speak your praises. Know that we praise in the fact that you still here, still doing it. I'm so happy that I can contribute to it. Just a little small fraction and a little step of history. But that history is the reason why my future's not a mystery. Because I've been reading your paper since I was a shorty. It ain't no mystery. Now my shorty is contributing to the paper. It's no mystery about our future. Because I'm willing to read my history. See, I think 1972 was a pretty dope year because it's the year that I came to be here. But before me, great things happened. And before me, great people were writing. And before me, inciting communities to unity. And before me, keeping the unity and community in check. And before me, checking those outside of our community who would seek to hoodwink us, to give us distrust, to have us distrust us. Before me, 1971 was a very good year because it was the year that Levi Henry and his wife brought us the Westside Gazette. And we're so happy that you're still here. Happy anniversary, happy birthday, Westside Gazette. I am so happy to be a part of this never-ending legacy that you have brought and birthed and given and continue to give through your entire family to the city of Fort Lauderdale and the surrounding communities.
Greetings, Broward County, Florida, and viewers from all across the globe.
Thank you so much for tuning into the Westside Gazette's 50th anniversary virtual community celebration. We'd like to pay special thanks to our sponsors.
Broward County Office of Economic and Small Business Development.
Minority Builders Coalition.
Publix.
Ben Crump, Trial Lawyer for Justice.
Roderick Harvey, CPA.
Broward County Transit.
Positivity Pays.
And last but certainly not least, Destination Sistrunk, Arc Labs, and affiliates.
And now, the publisher of the Westside Gazette, Mr. Bobby R. Henry, Sr.
Well, good evening. And before we get started, let me get my handkerchief, close to me. I'm a grown man, and I do believe that there's nothing with a grown man showing some tears. And that's me. My phone was causing that vibration. So are we good to go? Okay, good. I've been asked to give a little bit of history, to welcome and to say thank you. And as I wrote maybe about 4 weeks ago, how I felt about our celebration and how it wasn't our celebration, but it was our celebration, our being the entire community. We are a community newspaper. Had it not been for the community, we would not be here. And I cannot stress that point, that fact. I cannot put enough emphasis on it to really hammer that home, to make you understand it is because of you that we exist. And I say that because when I was going back through the archives of our paper and filling those yellow stained pages, I could actually feel the heartbeat of those who made this possible. I dare not begin to name any individuals for fear that I might miss some. And if I miss some, I miss the thread that actually wove or waves or weave or woven this community together to keep us together. So I dare not now begin to call names. I just want to say thank you to the community. I want to welcome you here. And as we bring this program to you, it is again with sincere appreciation and heartfelt thank you that we say from my family, from my 4 sisters, from my mother who's no longer here, from my dad and my Aunt Dot, from the spirits who made us possible. Say thank you and welcome. Sit back, relax, tell somebody to tune in, because we are going to pull at your heartstring to let you know just how important you are to us. Good evening from my family to your family and to everybody out there listening. What's up?
So there's a proclamation that I requested at Dale Holness in Broward County, and it reads, whereas Broward County's oldest, largest African-American owned and operated newspaper, first issue rolled off the press in 1971. Westside Gazette was established under the leadership of Levi Henry, Jr. His son, Bobby Henry, publisher of the Westside Gazette, has maintained professional, insightful, and reader-sensitive reporting that has gained the trust and respect of South Florida's African-American community. And whereas African Americans account for 30.2% of Broward County's 1,960,000 residents. Whereas, in their relenting effort to empower our community with information, the Westside Gazette has been sensitive to the special needs of their readers. And whereas Westside Gazette believes that the most potent tool with which to face the challenges and opportunities of this new century is the dissemination of information, and it is their responsibility to inform, educate, and reinvest in the community. And whereas Westside Gazette readers are cultivated African American consumers who have tremendous buying power to the tune of over $70 billion per year. Their publication is distributed through churches, libraries, colleges, mail subscriptions, and retail outlets throughout South Florida, second largest black metropolitan area in the United States. And whereas Westside Gazette motto is a positive paper for positive people. This precept is their commitment to deliver inspirational, informative, and empowering stories to South Florida's African American community. And whereas Westside Gazette is a sponsor of several events that benefit and uplift the entire community. Events include Sickle Cell Foundation of Broward, Annual David D. Deal Play Day, Sistrunk Historical Festival, and Dr. Martin Luther King celebration. And whereas Westside Gazette enhances the quality of life not only for the African American community, but for all communities because of their trusted ability to provide relevant information. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of Broward County, Florida, that the board hereby designates Tuesday, February 9, 2021 as Westside Gazette Day in Broward County, Florida in celebration of their 50th year anniversary.
All right. Okay, yeah. Okay, I got you, yeah. Okay, you know, as we listen to Dale Holness in his presentation, we received two other proclamations, and both of those proclamations are dear and near to us. One in particular, it came from Congressman Hastings, and I'll just read the first line, what he said. Congressman Hastings said, it is with my distinct honor to congratulate the Westside Gazette on its 50th anniversary. This weekly paper continues to be known for its crusade against racism and injustice. And if you know anything about Congressman Hastings, you know that you cannot put words in his mouth, nor can you twist his arm to make him say what he doesn't want to say. So for that, we say, thank you, Congressman Hastings. We love you, and we are praying for you. Another proclamation came from the city of Lauderhill. Commissioner Lawrence Jabbo Martin presented us with a proclamation. What struck me about that proclamation was the ambience of which it was given. When I stood at the podium and looked up on the platform and I saw all Black faces, my first words to them was, I should be thanking you, because I remember when we couldn't even cross 441 to get to Lauderhill, when it was in February and we couldn't even go over there. So I want to congratulate the city of Lauderhill for what they're doing in creating Black history. Yes, believe it or not, that's what you're doing, and we want to hold your feet to the fire to keep doing it. So thank you very much from all those who gave the proclamations. We know it wasn't easy, but we thank you with open arms for what you're doing. Thank you very much, and God bless. Okay. Mm-hmm. Do y'all want me to MC this program? No. Well, we learning. Y'all know we learning. This is our first virtual. We all right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do your thing, brother. Randy? Let me introduce you. Now that you told me, let me introduce you. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, I would like to introduce you to one of the greatest horn players, not only saxophone, soprano, alto, tenor, the long one. Randy Corinthian is a renowned musician, a graduate of Dillard High School, Florida A&M Marching 100. And our go-to man, Randy Corinthian. Thank you, Randy. And my frat brother. Yeah. Mm-hmm. excuse me. You know, when you think back and you got a chance to go way back, you can't help but finding yourself redemption. We all can use some. Randy, thank you very much, bro. So, well, I had to get myself. Okay, it's all good. As we find ourselves in moments of reflection, I think this is a great time for us to listen to some tributes through video. Those who couldn't be here but wanted to be here, and please just pay attention to what they're saying, not who they're saying it about, but what they're saying. So if we can.
On behalf of the National Newspaper Publishers Association, I'm very pleased to send our congratulations, our special words of tribute, our salute to the Westside Gazette. 50 years of publishing, 50 years of distributing the truth, 50 years of standing up for freedom, justice, and equality. 50 years. We thank the Henry family. We thank Bobby Henry Sr. and all of the Henry family members. It's a family-owned newspaper, not only serving Fort Lauderdale, Florida, all of Southern Florida, but the Westside Gazette has become a national Black-owned newspaper. We're so grateful for your service, and we're so thankful for your leadership. Brothers and sisters who live in Broward County, who live in South Florida, and I would say around the United States of America, we can always depend on the Westside Gazette. And so on your 50th anniversary, we say thank God for you. Thank God for your impact, your positive impact. You print stories that the mainstream papers in Florida and otherwise will not print. Because of your journalism, because of your advocacy, and because of your strong leadership in the community, the National Newspaper Publishers Association, all 230 of our publishers, joins with me, including our chair, Karen Carter Richards, our executive committee, our board of directors, and all of our members. Publisher Bobby Henry Sr., we salute you. Thank God for you, and thank you for your leadership.
The 50th anniversary of the Westside Gazette. Wow, what an important public service your newspaper has provided in that time. Over those 5 decades as Broward County's oldest and largest African-American owned and operated newspaper, you've given Black residents a place to turn to learn about issues affecting them and their neighborhoods. By highlighting local politics, business, and charities, your paper has given a voice to the unrepresented and unheard. Your newspaper has provided a viable platform for their stories. As we all know, the information and education the pages of your newspaper hold are the keys to empowerment and equality. You've also acted as a formidable watchdog for local government, asking the tough questions and holding those in power accountable who have broken promises or the public trust. You've championed causes to benefit that same community you've worked for. You serve and lead by example. Topics you've covered: the mental health of Black people, criminal justice reform, and most recently, the spread and relief of COVID-19 in communities of color, all of which are necessary and commendable. I was proud to join your newspaper at the ESSA Town Hall panel discussion at the African American Research Library in 2019, doing our part to ensure that all students have the opportunity to succeed. I look forward to future events and partnerships in the coming years. Thank you for being, as your motto states, a positive paper for positive people. Congratulations, and here's to the next 50 years.
Okay. To those who have given those tributes, we say thank you. And how can you fail when you got people like that standing behind you? And so with that being said, let me welcome to the stage a gentleman who is a keeper of history, a crusader for history, a curator of history, one who keeps us aware of just how important positivity pays. Welcome to the stage, Mr. Raymond Absolute Robinson.
Thank you. I appreciate being here more than I could actually tell you. As you know, I am extremely, extremely grateful for the Westside Gazette. A lot of us at one point looked at a local paper. I remember 2 years ago, my grandmother passed away, and I went to her funeral in Texas. You know what she had up on her wall? The Westside Gazette. And so we think of it as local, but it's not local, and it's reached us on a national level. And it's so important that we give the honor to the Westside Gazette that it truly deserves, because for so long we had nothing until we had you. And I'm reminded, the more that I read about history, I'm reminded how important you are, how important the Henry family is, and the work that you've done. For the Black community, for a long time, we could not go to hospitals. So when we were born, our churches had to record those dates. When we passed, the church recorded those dates. And that's all we had until you guys came along and gave us a little bit more, and gave us the inspiration and that positive energy we needed, because when you were ignored, it's almost like you're not there. Our voices were not being heard until you started giving us a platform and a bullhorn to make a statement. So for that, I'm grateful, and I thank you.
Thank you.
Of course, yes, sir. So one of the things that I would like to show everybody is, recently we've created the 50th anniversary trading cards for the Westside Gazette.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
these are amazing. These are remarkable, and we work hard back and forth on picking some amazing people in the community. But what's so powerful about this is, once again, you've chosen to give people a voice. Once again, you've chosen to inspire people through the works that you do. And I'm just grateful that Positivity Pays, which is a nonprofit, we're so grateful to be able to work with you. We do these T-shirts. I've seen a few T-shirts. I tried my hardest to clean mine before I got up here, because I've been wearing it out. I've been wearing my Bobby Henry shirt out. Yeah. But we started this with Mr. Bobby Henry, as you see here. Yeah. He was one of our first trading cards. And so we created these trading cards in example of what you've done for us. For so long, we just weren't heard and weren't seen, and we felt like we needed more, and we needed to assist you. Not just read the paper, but how do we say we're grateful? How do we say we're going to continue on this message? And so we try to create T-shirts and trading cards to let the world know that we are here and we will be heard. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
No, what I like for you to understand is, when I first met Raymond and Brandon, Raymond, he come into my office. Well, it was across the street first. Then he came to my office. And the young brother asked me, he said, "Mr. Henry, what can we do for you?" So I'm saying, "What can you do for me? What do you mean? What is this going to cost me?" He said, no, man, no, it's not going to cost you anything. What can we do for you? And from that point on, Raymond has been categorizing, chronologically aligning history and putting the Westside Gazette and Black folk in the hands of young people so they can see their dreams come to reality. And so for that, I could never thank you enough.
Well, you did it for me. I'm simply doing what you've been doing, right? Seeing myself, seeing myself in the paper as an independent artist. That, to me, that was amazing. Because on so many platforms, I'm told that people don't want to hear positive music, right? I got a Billboard award, but they'll tell me not to do it.
Billboard award. You got a Billboard award.
But they would tell me people don't want to hear positive music. Yeah. So when I came to you and I saw what you were doing, and the willingness to spread that love and that positive energy in our community, and holding me up and saying, "We support you, brother." That was one of the greatest things anybody had ever done for me. And so I'm going to make sure that with my voice that I continue to praise you guys, and I continue to let you all know, everybody that's here, you guys, I am so grateful for you guys, and I always take my hat off to you. I'm always here just to support. I don't need anything more than what you've already done. And I thank you for that.
Thank you, brother. And man, we got through that one, Raymond, without crying. Every time we get together, we do what real men do. We show real feelings. And brothers and sisters, you young brothers out there who think it's not manly to cry, you're sadly mistaken, because a true man is not afraid to show his true feelings. So it's all good in the hood. Okay, let's see what we got next. Yeah, you know, I got a big tongue, thick lips. I'm black, y'all, if you don't know. So some words, if I don't enunciate them correctly, then blame it on my biological makeup, because my thick tongue and my lips get in the way. So now, tributes. Here we go. The truth will set you free.
Happy 50th anniversary, Westside Gazette. Leading our cause, connecting our people. On behalf of Red Schoolhouse and Shaw Enterprise Incorporated, we salute you, Westside Gazette. 50 years, leading the cause, connecting our community. Congratulations. Westside Gazette.
Wow.
Okay, my name is Roderick Harvey, a CPA here in Broward County, and I want to say hats off to the Westside Gazette for 50 years of service. I want to qualify my thank you and my salute by acknowledging that the Hankerson family has spent more than 3 generations here in Broward County. My uncle, who owned a store across from Dillard High, and my other siblings and family members all served. And one of the things that we love and talk about is our commitment and our readership to the Westside Gazette. And so because of the news content, because of the relevant information brought to us about our community, again, we salute the Westside Gazette. I want to end this video to say one of my most memorable moments is actually being featured in the Westside Gazette in November 2010, many moons ago. We put together an article that says, "Hey, I'm just a jam pony kid." We actually got some good play regarding that article, and hats off to the folks at the Westside Gazette for allowing us to be a part of what they do. So 50 years is a great mark. 50 years is a great accomplishment. And again, we salute you and salute the Westside Gazette for their service to us, the Hankerson family, and the community, which we all know and love in Broward County.
I'd like to congratulate the Westside Gazette on 50 years of community service and being a staple in this community. The Westside Gazette has been around for as long as I can remember. I'll be 53 this year. When my kids were growing up, I used to have them reading it as well. So I used to go in and look at Miami Red to see what numbers was hot. And that's when we was playing the Bolita, as they call it. We don't do that anymore since I changed my life. Ha ha ha. But in all seriousness, though, the Westside Gazette has been a pillar here in the community, and the Henry family as well. And I used to marvel at how Mr. Levi Henry used to wear his cowboy hat. How can a guy have on a cowboy hat? I didn't never see no horses. I didn't see anything, but
as I got older, I knew that was kind of like a style, you know. So at the end of the day, congratulations on 50 years, and hopefully and prayerfully you'll go 50 more.
Congratulations on your 50th anniversary. You have impacted our community by providing a news base, community rallying point, church impact, and school news along with senior citizens. The impeachment of Congressman Hastings was one of the highlights of your paper's career. Last, Levi and I would throw rocks and would not hide our hands. May you provide our community with many more years of service. God bless.
Everyone at the Westside Gazette, this is Noonie Robinson. Obviously, you all know me, but I just wanted to congratulate you on 50 years of outstanding coverage of the Broward County area. I first began to notice the Westside Gazette when I was the public relations director for the 7th District of Omega Psi Phi under Brother George Grace, who was at that time the 7th District representative, and we were doing a paper, and he asked Bobby to print the paper, Bobby, and so I had to go to the Gazette and speak with Bobby, and I ended up meeting Sonia fortuitously, and who is my wife now, so my connection with the paper is becomes very deep and so involved. And what I found that the people at the Gazette are just tremendous people, and not only just good people, but they're family now, and that means so much. So I just, Brother Henry once said, Levi Henry, the founder of the Gazette, told me that there is no such thing as late news with the Gazette. All the news is worthy, and so it's just so important that we continue to support the Gazette. And again, thank you for all that you've done with this paper in terms of covering the Black community. We love you, and thank you for having me as part of your family.
Good day, and congratulations to the Westside Gazette for 50 outstanding years of service in our community. My name is Deetra Sands Durham, and I am the chair of the Delta Education and Life Development Foundation. On behalf of the board of directors, I am immensely honored to celebrate this auspicious occasion with you. The mission of the foundation is to generate revenue to support program initiatives of the organizations that we partner with, such as the Broward County Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority. We've also partnered with the Westside Gazette on many events that empower and uplift our community, and we look forward to a continued long-lasting relationship. There's a saying today that's very popular. There is power in our voice. You, the Westside Gazette, have been a powerful and relevant voice of the people and for the people in this community. For that, we are truly grateful, and we look forward to you celebrating another 50 years of outstanding and remarkable service to this community. Again, congratulations.
There are some remarkable people in the lives of those who serve. So if you ever want to receive your flowers while you are alive, serve, and do it with dignity and courage. We are so elated the fact that Mr. Art Kennedy took his time to do this. That's a legend. Yeah. And we know that Lil Artie still plays the bolito. I ain't gonna tell you how, but we know. Now coming to the stage again, because we are connected to the community, it appears that everybody in here has some ties to each other. I can remember this gentleman who's coming up, his brother, well, I'll let him tell the story briefly, then he'll get into what he's doing. So please help me welcome to the stage CJ the storyteller. Yeah. Community grown.
First of all, I'd like to say good evening to everyone.
Good evening.
I am honored to be a part of this 50th anniversary and celebration of the Westside Gazette. Because the Westside Gazette is, has been, and will be the ears for those of us who can hear, but sometimes we are deaf. The eyes of those of us who can see, but y'all know sometimes we blind. And I must say hello to you, Mr. Levi Henry. Mr. Levi Henry is 89 years old. And for those of us who love math, that's 8 10s and 9 1s. And back in the day, in the 1971, I found out because Bobby had to clarify it for me when I did history. But before I move further, let me also say thanks to his late wife, Yvonne Henry, who was a nurse.
Thank you, Randy.
But stopped being a nurse to become an editor for the Westside Gazette. And not only Mr. Henry, Levi Henry's sweetheart, but his wife. And Bobby pulled me aside yesterday and told me she was a good mother.
Yeah. Thank you, Randy.
My brother Randy, every Saturday, Saturday after Saturday, he would leave the house, and I had to clarify this with Bobby because I thought it was his dad and Mr. Levi picking him up. But it was Bobby that was doing the driving. And Randy told me to tell you ladies that he loved you and hello. Now, those sisters over there, they're some fierce sisters. Don't mess with the Westside Gazette and don't mess with their daddy. But I just want to say it. And he told me to say thank you to Mr. Levi because you paid good. He said he think he got $25 for 3 hours of work. And if you translate that today, that might be in the hundreds. So tribute out to you. Now, there's an iconic picture in the Westside Gazette in which Mr. Levi is sitting. And of course, he has a newspaper, and we all know it's the Westside Gazette. And in the background, it's pitch dark. But what stands out is his 10-gallon hat. Now, I have a hat, it ain't 10 gallons, but it will hold water. So I give this tribute to you, and in this musical tribute, and in this iconic picture, with him focused and sitting calmly, I can hear him say, I don't feel no ways tired. I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy.
Yes, sir.
I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me.
My name is Roderick Carvey, a CPA here in Broward County, and I want to say
I'm proud to be among those.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Randy. Yeah. Wow. You see, you don't have to travel far to get what you need to carry you along the way. CJ, thank you so very much for that. That was great. You know, here at Destination Sistrunk, every Tuesday, we do a podcast. And that podcast is called Just a Little Bit. And doing Just a Little Bit, we have different segments. One of the segments that we truly enjoy and respect and appreciate is the Sankofa moment. Now, Sankofa is a Twa word which from Ghana, which means to go back, to fetch, to bring up. So during those segments, we invite our senior citizens and historians to be a part of that. So this Sankofa moment is really special to us. You can't see my sisters, but I have 3 of them back there: Elizabeth, Pam, and Dorinda. I mean, Carmelyn. Dorinda is Elizabeth. One of our sisters, Sonia, couldn't be here. Now, all of our families at one time or another has experienced a sickness. Sonia is rehabilitating from cancer. So she couldn't be here. This Sankofa moment, I'm honored to be able to bring on the camera a man who put up with losing 2 wives. His first wife had 6 children from him. So when she transitioned, he was left with 6 children, 4 girls and 2 boys. That means he had to plait hair, he had to wash clothes, he had to cook, he had to raise his family. And he did it, even though we ate burnt rice from time to time. And on a couple occasions, I didn't want to change for physical education because my underwear was pink. I mean, he washed the white clothes with the colored clothes. My sister's hair used to be sticking up in all directions, but he did it. As a man, he did it. And then as God would have it, he met a woman that married my daddy with 6 children. None of them were her biological children, but you could not tell anybody that that wasn't our mother, because she loved us and she cared for us and she did it unselfishly. Okay, now, so if you would join me in welcoming the man who started this thing, because he was misquoted and he started his own newspaper. So let's welcome to the screen Mr. Levi Henry Jr.
Good evening. Yes. It's a pleasure for me to sit here and fight the tears and keep my voice and my feelings separated. But I want you to know that you brought me a long ways. My son Bobby, he said that the paper had no interest to him. I said, well, do what you gotta do and come home when you need it. Unfortunately, he came home all of a sudden, stepped in like he'd been there all of his life, because of the girl that he just got through talking about, Sonia. She taught him and didn't take nothing from him, but she respected him as her boss. Now, unfortunately, I had to leave, but I stayed closely in touch. I'd come back to Fort Lauderdale 3 times a year. That's on my birthday, Christmas holidays, and Sickle Cell Anemia Foundation. Now, there's so much that I could say about Broward County that's good. And all of you that know me know that I don't hold back. If I catch you running into a left hook, you just was there. And if I heard you say something that wasn't true, the newspaper would straighten you out. I remember Mayor Clark, Bob Clark, said to a little girl, black girl, she asked him, "How do you become a mayor of Fort Lauderdale?" He said, "You have to be free, white, and 21. And I guess you know I was ready to be hanged. But the truth will set you free. I put on my hip boots, strapped on my shoulder holster, and my knowledge of what this thing was all about, and we went to work. And finally, our black community caught on. They said, "This Negro crazy, but I'm gonna ride the train with him." I know there's a couple of lawyers and professors and all that come out of Broward County. And once upon a time, I could go ahead and put my belt to them and wouldn't be worried about their father, because I treat his just like I treated mine. Bobby had to run into my knuckles a couple of times to get straight. And I hope it wasn't going to be a third time, because I was getting tired. But thank God for Broward County and the sight that they had in their heart, that one day, if this boy don't fall and drown, he's going to cause some problems here in Broward County. And thank God I didn't listen. Because all the problems, from the police station, sheriff department, the mayor, he left in the middle of the night because I made him a promise that he would not be reelected. I wish Mr. Virginia Young was around to witness that. But thank God for each and every one of you young people that recognize the fact that I was not playing. I was going down for you, but you didn't let me sink.
Amen.
And I'm gonna keep standing in the cut. Ain't nobody gonna mistreat Broward County, the state of Florida, because Bobby is fireable. I get my walking cane and come back to Fort Lauderdale and ring the bell. He know what he's doing, and he know his promise that he would give up nothing that wasn't for the people. We thank you, we love you, and we honor you. All of you.
Okay. Okay, Daddy. Daddy, before we let you go, I want to ask you one question, if you will. What was it that made you stay in the business of bringing the news to Broward County?
Well, Bobby, it was so many things, but one thing in particular. When we lost your mother, one of the local newspapers, Daily, came to interview me at the YMCA. They heard that I was taking care of these 6 children, and they wanted to know some things about me, and I'm being a young man and with 6 children. And I was very particular about what I said. And I said, they're my children. God gave them to me, and they will be with me. But when I read the article in the newspaper, there were so many lies in the article that I didn't even know who they were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But I went to the newspaper and asked them would they retract that statement, because that was not what I said, and put in words what I did say. They didn't do it. So I went and got me old raggedy table, broke down typewriter, and a stack of legal pads, and Peyton Printing Company joined hands with me to print what I wrote and what I could get somebody else to write. So that's why the Westside Gazette is still alive, telling the truth and not letting nobody turn you around with all the good news and bad news there is out there. We never saw a child's name in the paper that had a birthday party or none of the activities in the community that was decent ever hit the face of the newspaper. So that's what pushed me to tell the story of our history and our struggle.
Okay.
And you will keep it up.
Is that a threat? Is that a threat?
That's a promise, son.
Yes, sir. That's a promise, Daddy. That's a promise. Wrong with these 4 girls. Okay, Daddy. We just want to say thank you so very much for breaking the ground and allowing somebody else to plant the seed, and then allowing somebody else to come through and water, and God to give the increase. For that, we say thank you, Levi Henry Jr. Thank you. If I can now, I'm just going to do this one time. I'm not going to keep it on, because this is your thing, not mine. I just want to say, I love you, man, and there ain't nothing you can do about it.
Later.
Yes, yo. Okay. All right. Now y'all help me bring to the stage again one of the best saxophone players, horn players, friend, entertainer on this side of the planet. Y'all like that? Welcome to the stage again, Mr. Randy Corinthian. Thank you, Randy. Could steal a word from scripture, and the question was asked, is there nothing good can come from Nazareth? So if we were to change that to, is there nothing good can come out of Dillard High? Check it out. Yeah. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Okay. This has been a very exciting evening, a moment of reflections, a time to say thank you and listen to people just say good things about you. And we certainly appreciate that. But again, I told you at the beginning, we could never, ever have gotten to this point without you. So we're going to have some more tributes from people in the community and around the country, just to mention some good stuff about a black newspaper. And there's over 39 black newspapers across the country celebrating 194 years of the black press. So y'all, let's get busy, okay?
I'm proud to be among those offering congratulations to the Westside Gazette on its 50th anniversary. The Westside Gazette is not only a newspaper, it is an iconic institution in Broward County's black community. I want to offer a special thanks to my fraternity brother, Levi Henry, and his wife Yvonne for having the vision to create this newspaper. And to my fraternity brother, Bobby Henry, and his siblings for having the fortitude, commitment, and perseverance to make the vision of their father into the reality that it is today.
Congratulations for 50 years of uncompromised excellence in service to our community. Thank you, Westside Gazette, for providing a voice to this community and for many, many years to come.
Hi, this is Rodney Baltimore from Hot 105 Radio. I want to thank you for what you do. The Westside Gazette newspaper, Broward County's oldest and largest newspaper, Thank you for what you do in providing information to our community of what's happening in government, what's happening around the corner, what's happening in churches, and just the community. You are our community newspaper. You are our voice. We thank you so much. Each and every week, I look forward to the Westside Gazette newspaper, and I want to wish you a happy 50th anniversary, 50 years of doing what you do, the Westside Gazette newspaper, and I wish you the next 50 years more success. Thank you so much.
Mr. Bobby Henry of the Westside Gazette and your entire team, want to take a few minutes just to say congratulations on 50 years of impact and service to the community, being a voice as we communicate the times of celebrating successes amongst us, grieving over lost ones and or tragedies like those of George Floyd and others. You remain a beacon of hope that allows us to communicate all the opportunities, ups and downs throughout our community. We celebrate you. We thank you for your service and commitment. To make any business to get to 50 years is quite an accomplishment. So congratulations to you for your perseverance spirit. You referenced, highlighting sororities and fraternities, and of course, the joy of sharing the same fraternity with you, and that of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, of course, is also a joy. So congratulations to you. Here's to another 50 years of service, impact, and being our voice, the whisper, the megaphone to all things good, bad, and indifferent throughout our community. Congratulations, Bobby. Take care.
On behalf of the City of Oakland Park, I'd like to congratulate the Westside Gazette for 50 years of service to our community. Thank you so much, and we honor you with this accomplishment.
Hi, good afternoon. This is David Wright, and I'm here with Norma Jean Wright, better known as Honey Bunch. And we're here to celebrate the 50-year anniversary with the Westside Gazette. Mama, what's your favorite newspaper?
Westside Gazette. And when I'm telling you, I was so glad when it was, because I was here when it made the first publication and everything, and we were able to get it. And then we knew how good it was going to be, and it was.
That's awesome. And we also knew one of our favorite poets that wrote in the paper, Miss Mildred Keys.
Oh yes, Mildred was a very good friend of mine, and she could do all type of poetry and all type of writings for not only Westside Gazette but for other magazines and everything.
Yes, that is awesome. So to the Westside Gazette, I guess we're going to wish them a happy 50-year anniversary and many, many more.
Hello, Westside Gazette family. My name is Olivia Jackson, known to most of you as Peaches. What you may not know is that I started writing for the newspaper while in high school. In fact, the Westside Gazette served as another outlet for me to convey my social-political views in a manner that I did not feel was possible as co-editor of my high school newspaper at that time. So, much thanks and appreciation goes to the Westside Gazette and its founder, Levi Henry, as I sit before you 40 plus years later, blessed in my profession as a tenured associate professor of government and still supported by the Gazette family as they continue to allow me to provide political commentary through this much needed news outlet. So, with much gratitude and admiration for the Gazette and its evolution, I want to wish the entire Westside Gazette family a happy 50th anniversary. Indeed, I am quite confident this newspaper will reach many more milestones as it continues the legacy of bringing solid, informative news to the Broward community and beyond. Many, many blessings to the Gazette and family. Thank you.
Okay. Wow. What the old folks used to say, you always know who you're watching, but you don't know who watching you. So with that, I want to say thank you to all those who gave tributes and to the ones who wrote them in. To John and Shirley Wimberly, thank you for your words of encouragement, and we certainly appreciate it. And what we're going to do, we have a lot of tributes, so we're making a what do you call it? A compilation of all the tributes, and we're converting them on a CD that we can have. So when we find ourselves wanting to salute our community, we would have a vehicle to pull from, as well as to create a source of revenue, if you hear what I'm saying. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, now, so we're gonna do the keep the tributes going? No. Do the memorial tribute now? Okay, good. It's it's okay. We are family. All right. We are learning to do this. This is our first rodeo. So if you see me talking off stage, it's because I want to be correct. So I'm going to ask. All right. Now, this is a part that we pull some footage from different sources. And one of the sources we pulled from was from a VCR tape 30 years ago when we celebrated our 20th anniversary. So if it's hard on your eyes, please pay attention, because it's not how many sunsets or sunrises you've seen, felt, touched, or taste in this life if you haven't learned to appreciate the Creator and His beauty. You haven't lived at all anyway. So here's our memorial tribute to those who have gone on to glory. Okay, okay. Mr. Charles Cherry. Oh man, y'all know the names. Mr. Boyd. Wow. Mr. Jim McKinley Finances. Mm-hmm. Okay. David Scruggs. Herbert Burrows. Miss Agnes Burrows. Mr. Carlton Moore. Wow. Mr. Cherry again, Charles Cherry. Mr. Egliston, Josephus. Miss Mildred Keys. Dr. Matt King Carter. Okay, now those were just a few of the memories we have that we were able to appreciate them while they were with us. And I'm sure that somewhere, somehow, they have touched your lives as well. So now join me in welcoming to the stage again, Mr. Ramon Absolute Robinson. Thank you.
one space.
Mhm.
Usually I can't, so I like to move around.
I
But
know you do, man.
I'm gonna stay here, Grace. I'm not gonna move too much.
Mhm.
Yeah, I appreciate this so much. I can't tell you how much it is to be an honor. You know, it's just an honor to be up here with you. You know, it's emotional because of all the people who aren't with us today. You know, I think about that all the time, the struggle to get here, you know, and what it must have entailed. And so much of it I missed because I'm not 50 yet. Right. But I appreciate all that you've had to go through to make it happen, all that your father had to go through. And when he talked about the paper not acknowledging exactly what he said, recently a newspaper in Kansas City apologized for the way they've treated Black people and the way they misquoted them purposely and not putting the date of when they passed in the paper. They even got Miles Davis' name wrong. And that's what's been happening to us all these years. But we had a chance to depend on you guys, and I'm grateful for that. I'm ready when you guys are.
I need some suggestions.
I'm gonna need y'all to put your hands together.
The city's mind needs
Everybody that's in the building with me.
Not a red line.
All we need is a little motivation, and we thank you.
Some compassion goes a long way.
I'm one of the ones that used to wonder about. Not in my route, footsteps, I'm planning them out. Careful, I never slip around in shallow parts and sharks when it's dark. This ain't no place to start dreaming. They scheming on the weakest ones, reaching for their young, breaking praying, stress heavy as the setting sun. Yeah, this is where we come from. Can't run when you illuminate the light. They hate, and it's the price we pay. But it's like I might be slightly off my rocker, rocking the show out. For those that know about cap, loot, sharp, and this is how we go out. I'm stepping the game up for those that claim they came up. You either with it or you hang it up. What's up? What's up?
His love is pain. I'm gonna make it through this rain. I'm gonna live up to my name, right? Cause all I need is some motivation. Some motivation.
The world needs hip hop.
Yeah.
So we
But
can't
y'all,
stop.
come on now. Come on now.
The world needs
Yeah.
classics.
All I need is some motivation to help me out this situation. I'm frustrated, all this trouble on my mind weighing. I'm contemplating if I can make it, I can take it. All I need is some motivation to help me out this situation. I'm frustrated, all this trouble on my mind weighing. I'm contemplating if I can make it, I can take it. Some of us will never get the message or get the lesson. When things get tough, we get the guessing. We need some yes men to feed our ego. Shallow people playing on the deep side. It's kind of dangerous. Some old heads hanging on the ledge. I can't explain it. They claiming that they the reason I'm ascending, pretending to be giving wise advice, but yet they venting. The game is to be told, not sold. But let it tell them I'm just venting till I'm descending. And though I'm inching toward the top of this metropolis, they know it ain't no stopping this. I'm locking and loaded. I'm always holding, and you don't want to catch me when I'm exploding, unloading. Don't hold it. Not there an explanation. Never hesitating to tell the truth. Know it feel right. It fits like a glove. Don't you love it when it's tight? It's like a writer when it bears the soul. Got a feeling kind of close to someone that you better know. Some motivation to help me out this situation. I'm frustrated, all this trouble on my mind weighing. I'm contemplating if I can make it, I can take it. All I need is some motivation to help me out this situation. I'm frustrated, all this trouble on my mind weighing. I'm contemplating if I can make it, I can take it.
I appreciate y'all. Happy anniversary, Westside Gazette. We love you, we love you, we love you. Yes, we love you guys. All the Henrys, we love you guys dearly.
Hey, some motivation. Yes, motivation. If I can make it, I can take it. All I need is some motivation. Okay, you know, we ran a sweet Raymond. Thank you so very much, bro. You know, with all sincerity. It's good to know that young brothers care enough about their history to capture it, to understand it, to eat it, to digest it, and accept all that comes with it. He has a story to tell, and we're going to help him tell it. Okay, we ran a sweepstakes in the paper where we offered $500 for the person who could present the oldest newspaper. So we want to say to one of our longtime readers, Mr. Fred Beneby. There it is. See, and that story, The Forgotten Ones, there was a situation at, I want to say, MacArthur High School where the coach was doing some very racist stuff. And Mr. Beneby's son was on the team, and he came and reported it. And so Mr. Beneby reported to us and we did the story. And so there it is. That paper was in 1972. So Mr. Beneby, we thank you and we congratulate you. Okay, I'm supposed to give my final remarks. What I would like to say from the bottom of my heart, it's easy to be successful when you have the world behind you. And I consider every person, every spirit, every prayer, every touch, every disappointment, every joyous occasion, everything that came from these 50 years, the pain, the joy. We understand that you cannot climb a mountain if the mountain is made of glass. It has to have cracks in it and places for you to rest. And in those places, you find those who befriend you, who believe in you, who help you, who console you, who carry you, who cry with you, who laugh with you, who dance with you, but most of all, who understands you. So we thank you. And to those who couldn't be here, those who can't see this virtually, who may have a problem and don't have a computer, we're going to capture this and make sure you get a CD so you can share it, especially with our senior citizens. You know, another thing, and I know I might be taking up a little time. Okay, then let me say this to the brothers and sisters who are incarcerated physically. We know that your mind cannot be bound if you live outside of the spirit. But if you allow you to be locked up by a physical means, then we can't do nothing for you. So to you all who are encaged, if you will, physically, we want to say we love you. We haven't forgotten about you. We're going to do our best to always remember you, to visit you, to try to help when we can, to find that bit of freedom for you. To all those who gave the tributes, and if you didn't see your tribute, we got it, and we will make sure that we put it on a disc. Again, I want to thank you from my family, my entire family, those who are blood kin, those who came into the family by way of the back door, as the Cajuns can say, you know, those who befriended us. We say thank you. To those who don't have a place to live, to the homeless, to the disenfranchised, to the least, the lost, and the left out, we applaud you. We help you. We want to continue. We understand we are you and you are us. We will never, ever turn our backs on you. And to those who do, that sit in high places in power, that don't do it, we're going to do our best to expose you for what you are. We all need each other. We love you. And to those who put this art labs, it's two young men, you know, it's two young brothers that actually, I mean, they put this thing together. And to those who performed live, to Randy, one of the greatest horn blowers. Boy, if you were playing the piper, I'm sure you have people following you. To CJ for what you have done, you know, man, you know, you all are godsends, you know. To Poetis who did the spoken word, you know, thank you so very much. You know, I gave you a little bit in a short time, but you work it out as you always do because you put God first. I hope I don't miss anybody. My family, you know I love you. You know, I can call you each by name. My son, Broderick, his wife, Ariel, my wife, Bertha, my children. You know, there's just so many that make this possible because it is the dirt in the pot that makes the flowers grow. Now, that dirt has a lot of nutrients. You might not understand what I'm saying until you rip your skull back and really listen to what I'm saying. The dirt in the pot has nutrients, but the flower grows in that pot. So thank you for allowing us to be fertilized by what you do. To the young writers who have given their talents to the paper, thank you. Let's continue it. Again, you can go to, what is the GoFundMe page on the website? You can make a financial contribution, or you can give your talents, your gift in kinds of your hands to those who can build. We are building to those who have the wherewithal to reach, have access to equipment, to computers, to things that we can teach these young people how to use right here at Destination Sistrunk. We can use that. You got 2 professional teachers in the art lab folk. You got Dr. Hankerson. You got Grace Cool. You got Michael Karn. Can I call your name? I'm gonna do it anyway. You got Michael Karn. All those who meet on Tuesdays here, where we get things done. We can make it happen. Cheryl, Dickey, we can actually make it happen because it's all good in the hood. We just need everybody to make it happen. So, Daddy, I hope you're still listening. We love you. We honor you. As a matter of fact, we adore you. Yeah, we do. We do. Because, because you are a man of God. Had it not been, we never would have got this far. Now, I know Miss Mamie is listening, so I want her to know that we sincerely thank you for accepting our daddy as your husband and making him feel like a man. And we certainly thank you for that. So God bless you all. To everybody, if I missed you, I didn't call a lot of names purposely because I want you to know that you are the thread that bind the pages of our life together. And that's what I want us to remember. God bless you. Take care. We love you, love you, love you. Good night.